Where do I even begin with this one? I was just on the platform where myself, along with hundreds of other men from all over the world, meet every single day in what we call the Brotherhood. One of the first posts I see is from a brother who, while he was doing his morning workout, started feeling some severe pain in his chest. His wife rushed him to the hospital, and it turns out he suffered a mild heart attack because an artery was 90% clogged. And this was the message that he gave to us. No family history of heart disease, no diabetes, no high cholesterol, nothing. Life can change on a dime, gentlemen. And you never know. That's our reality. You just never know. That's why I created the MOBB 60-Day Challenge. I created it so that you can become part of a community filled with like-minded people who recognize one simple fact and act based on that. Life is too short to settle for being just okay. The reason any of your life is just okay is simple. You're not challenging yourself the way you do in class. You're not surrounded by people outside of class that will push you in other areas the same way they do in class. But what if you could be? You know what? Rather than tell you what the MOBB 60-Day Challenge is all about and what surrounding yourself with people who will push and support you will do for you, I prefer to show you and then let someone else who has experienced it tell you just how powerful it can be. The MOBB 60-Day Challenge is all about using the power of questions combined with the power of a community in order to start kicking ass in every area of your life, not just your workouts. So on a daily basis, you will be tasked with answering a new, powerful question that will have the potential to completely change the game for you. Let me give you an example. Having already worked with one of your fellow TRXers through this process, I'll use her as an example, which is, to put it mildly, absolutely incredible. This young woman wanted to improve her already great relationship with her children by becoming more present with her kids. So what question would she need to ask herself in order to bring that goal into reality? How can I be more present with my kids, right? No, that's a terrible question to ask. So pushing her the same way I do in TRX class, this is the question I tasked her to answer. How can you express more presence with your kids in a way that is both tangible and measurable? Simply saying you're going to put your phone away and pay more attention to them may be tangible, but it's not measurable. What we came up with was a 90-day journal experience. For 90 consecutive days, she made a point to journal on one unique thing she witnessed while sharing time with her two kids, Liam, who's 4, and Claire, who's 2. The end result? An experience that taught her more about herself and her kids than she had ever experienced before. An experience that deepened her love, her understanding, and appreciation for her children to a level she had never experienced before, and led her to a new ideal of what truly present parenting is all about. Oh, and one more tiny little detail. She's now in the process of turning those journals into books that she will give to each of her children that they can have for the rest of their lives. Books that will allow them to see how beautiful, kind, thoughtful, brave, and loving they are through the eyes of their mother. All this from asking one powerful question. That's it. That's all it takes to do what most people will talk so much about doing but never actually have the balls to do. Take the first step. I want you to listen to Lindsay's words, but more importantly, while she's reflecting on her experience, I want you to think about what a major shift in your relationships would mean to your quality of life, whether that be with your kids, your spouse, your coworkers, anyone you care about. This is the shift that can happen for you and your life when you start to ask, answer, and act upon powerful questions, while surrounding yourself with others who will help you discover those powerful answers. That being said, here's a super quick portion of an interview I had with Lindsay. So Lindsay, forget about anybody else. What is it that you're looking for that you're hoping the MOBB 60-Day Challenge will help you realize?
I feel like one area of my life that I'm definitely kicking ass is like in the fitness area. Just like super devoted, like push myself hard. A lot of it has to do with the community of people that are around me during my workouts. I really want to be able to say that I'm kicking ass in like every area of my life. And just having a community of people to talk about those things and give you ideas and ways to challenge yourself and just be more aware of things that you want to accomplish in your life and what's important to you and how to quantify things like being present with your kids. Like, I would have never done that on my own, and just having somebody to talk about it with and suggest ideas like totally transformed everything for me.
So lastly, Lindsay, how would you sum up what people will get out of an experience like the one that will come from the MOBB 60-Day Challenge?
The group mentality just inspires greatness. I really hope people can see the value of a group like this, because I've experienced what kind of an impact it can have on your life, and and I feel like this is just like the tip of the iceberg.
And you know what? Lindsay is right. It is just the tip of the iceberg for her because she has no intention of stopping or slowing down anytime soon. So here are the details of the challenge. The MOBB 60-Day Challenge begins October 10th of this year. The challenge consists of 4 tasks you will complete every day for 60 days. Task number 1, review the 5-minute lesson I will provide you with that will coach you towards kicking ass in every area of your life the same way I do in class. As a group, we're going to take steps towards kicking ass in the 4 major areas of your health: your physical health, your relationship health, your emotional health, and your professional health, aka the prep work. Task number 2 is to answer the daily power question I will pose to you at the end of each lesson. You've already seen the power a single question can have. Now imagine 60 of those questions posed over 60 days. Insanely powerful. And what you're going to do is you're going to post your answer in a private community Facebook platform reserved exclusively for MOBB 60-Day Challengers. Task number 3 is to review the community responses inside the private Facebook group and comment on whichever member's response resonates with you the most, because going through the responses, you are going to get perspectives and answers that you never thought of on your own, which is exactly what's going to take you to the next level of your game in every area of your life. Task number 4 is fun. It is to complete the daily 2-minute physical challenge. Now, this is 2 minutes of intense physical activity that, along with some friendly competition from other members, is going to push you further mentally and physically every single day. All 4 tasks combined are going to require you to invest about 30 minutes a day into yourself. That's it, 30 minutes. To participate, you start with a 14-day trial at an investment of $47, which comes with a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee if you decide after 14 days of doing the work that this just ain't for you. To complete the full MOBB 60-Day Challenge, you'll need to invest an additional $450, which, like the 14-day trial, comes with a risk-free 100% money-back guarantee. What I mean by that is if at any point during the challenge you decide you want out, as long as you've completed the 4 tasks on 80% of the days, you get your investment back. No questions asked. No work, no results, no refund, period. But let's be honest here. If you sign up, you represent part of the 20% of people who want to avoid mental masturbation and actually do what needs to be done. So my guess is that just like you didn't give up after 14 days of TRX because of how much you love and benefit from the experience, your experience with the MOBB 60-Day Challenge will be no different. So I guess there's really only one thing left to say, which I'll use a quote from one of my favorite movies, Ocean's 11, to illustrate. You're either in or you're out, right now. In reality, there's only one more question you need to ask yourself and answer right now. Are you and the people in your life worth investing 30 minutes a day and $47 to see what's possible for you? I honestly can't even believe I would have to pose that as a question because the answer should be a no-brainer. But hey, that's just my opinion. Some people are perfectly okay with just being okay, and that's okay. But it ain't for me. And if just being okay isn't for you either, then click on the checkout button and sign up for your 14-day risk-free trial right now.